Hello guys and welcome back to Moving On Up on Football Manager 2017. And since last episode where we had the season review, we've played out the entirety of the pre-season, made some transfers, sold a few people and played some friendlies, as is what generally happens in the pre-season period of the year. So we'll kick things off looking at the transfers that we've made. And we'll start with outgoings actually. So you can see there's quite a bit of action going on. I'm not going to go through everything. There's a few loans, quite a few free transfers. No one major really that's been released apart from Roman Perraud. I guess he played a few first team matches last season. But other than that, the rest of the players are just youth prospects that weren't going to get anywhere. So I believe I mentioned in the last episode that Clayton left us. He has left to go back to Brazil for 8.5 million, possibly rising up to 10.5 million. He's played 5 games, well, he's played 8 altogether so far. He's only managed 1 goal, not really performing that well. Not as well as he did last season for us with a 7.18. He's only got a 6.86 in 8 appearances so far this season in Brazil. Now Dante obviously retired at the end of last season, and I did try and get him in at the end of last season to be a coach or assistant manager or something like that, and he declined. But I went back in for him in July and he accepted the role of under-19s assistant manager. So it's always nice to have an ex-player in the staff, even if he's not very good, as is the case here. And the final permanent outgoing this season is Johan Andrew. Just wanted to get rid of him, really. Left for under £1 million. As you can see, he's now valued at 1.1 million. Gone to Lille, who are in the second tier of French football. It says £925,000 that he's actually gone for there. Hasn't played for them yet, as it is pre-season at the moment. But best of luck to him. He had a pretty good first season, to be fair. But the second season he dropped off a little bit, and we've got better right backs, I would say. Now, before we look at our incomings, there are 2 other outgoings. However, they won't be leaving us until July 2020. So they're going to be with us for another season, and they're not players that you will have seen before. Nicolas Bruton is moving to Manchester City for £1.9 million. Guess how old he is? 15. He's 15 years old. He's moving for almost £2 million to Manchester City. They came in for him. I asked for quite a bit of money. They eventually accepted, and I'm pretty happy with the deal, to be honest. I mean, he's already valued at 250,000 at 15 years old. He is an attacking centre midfielder. He's got an excellent first touch, pretty good passing for his age, and you can see his attributes are increasing dramatically. He's probably going to be, he would have been one of the best players at our club, as it says there, but he's probably going to be one of the better players in the world if Manchester City treat him right. And then another player that is leaving us in 2020 is Josh Cole. He's leaving to go to Manchester United for the same amount of money as Nicolas Bruton is going to Manchester City. Incidentally, they've both got 50% percentage of profit from next sale clauses in that contract as well, which should hopefully give us a bit of money down the line, providing these Premier League clubs do treat them right. This guy is English, again 15 years old, and his attributes have just been going through the roof. His finishing is 13, his first touch is 10, all his technical, and the majority of his physical and mental attributes have been increasing. So he just looks like an absolute world beater. Now on to incomings, and the first one we signed was this guy, Fabian Frey. He's a Swiss international, defensive midfielder and centre midfielder. He came up in a news item and I just really wanted him, to be honest. His passing is 15, technique 14, first touch 13. He is 30 years old, but I think he's got a couple of years left in him, and he's hopefully going to be a good player for us. He'd be probably a starting player, I would say. He might end up getting rotated further on down the season with the likes of Lys Melu and Jean Toral, but he's going to be our starting player for the start of the season. You can see his value's already gone up to 5.25 million. And yeah, we got him from Mainz in Germany. He played 102 times for them. Just take a look at his average ratings. He got a 6.92 average rating in the Bundesliga last season. Managed to get 2 goals from midfield, which is pretty good for quite a defensive-based player. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do for us. Next up is a replacement for Dante, really. Federico Fazio, 32-year-old Argentinian centre-back. We brought him in from Roma for around £600,000. He is a 4-star player. You can see his heading, marking and tackling are all pretty good, especially his heading of 18. That is quite irresistible, really, when you're looking for a defender. In terms of last season, he didn't actually play for Roma. He played for them the 2 seasons before and got about nearly a 7 rating. Hopefully he can reproduce some sort of form like that. As long as he helps to stop goals from going in, I won't be too bothered. He will be a starting centre-back this season alongside Olivier Biscagli. The next signing was this guy, Moritz Bauer, another Swiss international. There seems to be a theme here. I haven't actually realised that I got so many Swiss players until just now, but he is going to be played at right back, so he is Andre's direct replacement, really. He has been brought in for around £600,000 from Angers of League. You can see he's moved in the past 4 transfer windows. He's gone from Rubin Kazan to SM Cayenne to Angers to Nice, and whoa, that is a big fee. Yeah, we didn't pay anywhere near that much for him. As you can see, £600,000 paid. Hopefully he's going to do a job in right back. I mean, Emil Kraft was our starting right back last season, pretty much when Andre wasn't playing, and Bauer is going to come in and basically take his position. And finally, a signing for the future, a goalkeeper, Didier Desprez. We've brought him in from RC Lens, brought him in for about £1.1 million. So I really don't want to waste this guy's potential, as we have paid so much for a young player. He comes in as a backup goalkeeper for the first team, as our other goalkeeper, Maher Hamid, has been sent out on loan. I think he's called Maher Hamid. I might just be I'm getting confused. Is it Moaz Hassan? I always get confused between those two. I'm going to have a check. It's Moaz Hassan. Moaz Hassan has been sent out on loan to Club Bruges for the season, so he is our backup goalkeeper. He's probably going to I'm probably going to sell him, to be honest. He's got good potential, but well, I don't know. We've got Cardinal, so I would like to play Didier Desprez in the cup competitions. He's got some pretty interesting attributes, and I think he's going to be a good player. Now it's time to look at the results that we've had in the pre-season, and we've played quite a few pre-season friendlies. We've averaged about 2 friendlies a week against some pretty good opposition, to be honest. So we lost 2-1 against Arsenal, despite taking the lead thanks to Elie Wan. Ozil and Januzaj goals. Januzaj's playing for Arsenal. That's strange. Ozil and Januzaj goals given them the victory. We then played 68 Munich, who are a bit of a team that's on the same level to us compared to Arsenal. That's what I tried to do. I tried to have a higher quality team on the Wednesdays and then a similar quality team to us on the Saturdays. And we managed to beat 68 Munich 1-0 thanks to Paulin Puel's penalty. That's alliteration if you ever needed it. Then we played Bayern and we lost 2-1. We were 2 goals down. Nick Maddison, who sounds English, but is actually German. Okay, well, that sounds like a very English name. Surely you've got to have some sort... He was born in Walsall, so he must have some relations that are German. That's interesting. I did think it was quite an English name. Similar type of player to Kevin Volland, which is quite interesting. So he got a brace. Juris Djurdjevic got a goal back for us with about 10 minutes left, but then Emil Kraft got himself sent off, so that just threw away any chance for comeback. We then played Atletico Nacional, drew 2-2 after going 2 goals down. Ricardo Barros and Juris Djurdjevic getting the goals for us. We lost 2-0 to Real Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo getting a brace in the second half. We managed to go into half-time 0-0, which is an achievement in itself against Real Madrid. We then played Alessandria, my club from last year's game, and beat them 2-0, Djurdjevic and Ben Arfa with the goals. We then beat Barcelona 3-1, and Barcelona, I think they played quite a strong team. So there's Barca's team. They played a pretty strong team. They had Messi, Neymar and Suarez as their front 3, but we managed to beat them. Ricardo Barros with a brace, Ben Arfa with a goal, Suarez got one in the second half to make it 1-1 at the time, and we just went on from there, and Ricardo Barros got himself a Man of the Match award for his 2 goals, and this is probably the best result that we've had so far, probably on par with beating Paris Saint-Germain in the final of the Coupe de la Ligue. Then we faced FC Groningen and drew 2-2, which makes sense, although we did have a bit of a rotated squad. We did go 1-0 up thanks to Hatem Ben Arfa in the very first minute, but Colo van der Weg equalised, then Juan Carlos put us 2-1 up again, but Emil Kraft got himself sent off. I assume he got sent off and gave away the penalty at the same time, as Fotis Papoulis dispatched the penalty just after Kraft got sent off. Then we faced Chelsea and lost 1-0 thanks to a Diego Costa goal. And then we played Avellino and beat them 2-0. Federico Fazio and Eli Yuan with the goals. And the final friendly that we played was against Sevilla. We beat them 3-1. Juras Djurdjevic, Eli Yuan giving us a 2-goal lead. Wissam Ben Yedder getting one back for Sevilla, but a red card to Daniel Carricho in the 44th minute, and then a goal from Cyprien in the stoppage time of the first half meant that it was a 3-1 victory for us. So that brings us right back to league action and a very tough start to the season. Look at those first 3 games, but the first 5 games, I think all of those teams have finished in the top 6, I would say, in the past few seasons. Lyon, Marseille, Paris Saint-Germain, St Etienne and Monaco. Now that is just a hellish run. So we're going to do the Lyon game today and hope for a good start to the season. So this is the lineup that we're going with for today's game. We are playing our 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Cardinals in goal. Bauer making his debut at right back. Buscagli and Fazio in the centre of defence, with Fazio making his competitive debut in central defence. Cunningham is our left back. Cyprien in defensive midfield. Fabian Frey making a debut in the centre of midfield. Walter alongside him. Jean Toral at attacking centre midfield. And then Eli Yuan and Juras Djurdjevic up front, and we should probably swap those two as Djurdjevic is better as a defensive forward. We are playing with a control mentality and one team instruction, which is to get stuck in. We are at home and it's going to be tough. Incidentally, just before we get into the game, there have been teams that have played already this season. There's been one match day already. We were supposed to be facing Paris Saint-Germain then, I think, but they had the French Super Cup, I want to say, against St Etienne, which is why these 4 teams here haven't played a game yet and aren't actually facing each other. So we are playing Lyon, who won their first game by 1 goal. I don't know who against, but hopefully we can get our first points on the board today as well. Of course, that man Alexandre Lacazette is the danger man as always for Lyon up front. And we'll have to keep an eye on quite a few of their players. They look like they've made a few changes over the summer, but yeah, still a very dangerous outfit. So, free kick at the back. Fazio plays it to Cunningham. Now it's Frey to Walter. He gets his pass intercepted by Lucas. Cyprien wins the ball in the air, but it falls to Valdivia, and this could be a chance for Lyon. Valdivia moving forward. He shoots, and that's saved by Cardinal. Thank goodness for that. Raphael with a throw just in his own half, throws that to Fekir. Now it's Cabaye, back heel to Gonalon, who's on a yellow card. Fekir with the ball again, long ball from him to Lacazette. Lacazette has a habit of scoring against us, but he's taken wide. He can cross that in though. Docal's there, and it's 1-0 to Lyon, smashed into the top left-hand corner. Borek Docal with the goal, Alexandre Lacazette with the assist, and we have not made the best of starts to this league season. Lacazette, as you can see down the right-hand side, fizzes the ball across the box. Docal, one touch and smashed into the back of the net. Cunningham with the throw-in. Could this be a chance for us? Djurdjevic to Yuan. Yuan moving forward, plays it through. Walter's there, but it's going to get cleared by Yanga and Biwa. Hopefully our right-back's going to collect that and not give the ball away. He does. He plays that to Buscagli. Now it's Fazio. I'm not sure how to say it. Ball played forward to Frey, through to Jean Toral, and Jean Toral through again to Yuan. Yuan shoots, Yuan scores, and it's 1-1. I was looking at the linesman because I had a feeling that it might have been offside, but it looks like it was on. Eli Yuan with an excellent finish, and we're back on level terms. So Cunningham with that ball forward to Fabian Frey, who plays a nice pass to Toral. Toral flicks that through somehow to Yuan, and then a volley from Yuan smashed into the top right-hand corner of the goal this time. And it's 1-1. And unfortunately, we have an injury. Juras Djurdjevic is injured with a potential knee injury. That's not good. But we do have Ricardo Barros on the bench, who plays in pretty much the same position as him. So not too concerning. Don't want any more injuries though, because that could spell trouble. Goal kick for Lyon. Lopez plays that up the field towards Lacazette. Fazio wins it in the air, but it's going to fall to Valdivia. Now it's Cabaye. Plays that forward towards Lacazette again. Bauer got there first, I think. Walter flicks it on. Yuan's chasing it, but Lucas gets there. Bauer collects it at the back. Now it's Frey. Forward to Toral, who's got 1 assist already today. Here's the substitute Barros. He's holding the ball up well. Plays that back to Cyprien. Now it's Walter. to Terral. Yuan, through ball through to him. Yuan with a chance to cross it. He does. Ricardo Barros is there and it's 2-1. We've turned this game around. The substitute has scored within about 3 minutes of coming on. Ricardo Barros with an excellent finish, but it was all set up by Eli Yuan, who put it on a plate for him. Terral with an excellent through ball to Yuan. Yuan doing a nice little bit of dribbling, nice cross in. Barros couldn't really miss. So we head into half time and we've already turned things around. We were 1-0 down, now 2-1 up. It's pretty exciting stuff. I'm very pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Everyone looks delighted and I don't think anybody needs to come off for the time being. Just more of the same, please. Goal kick with Cardinal. Plays that forward, but there's none of our players there and that goes straight to Zika in the Lyon defence. Plays that forward to Kabai, who misplaces a pass to Bauer, and now we have a chance to attack. Fazio, Scagli was very lucky there after that pass was blocked. Ricardo Barros has got it. He plays a terrible pass and it's intercepted by Gonalon very easily. Ducal plays the ball forward. Valdivia's there, but Scagli intercepts excellently, making up for his earlier mistake. Now it's Walter to Fry. Plays that to the right back Bauer. Now it's Yuan. Back to Walter. Nice build-up play. Nice little one-touch pass in here. Yuan plays that back to Walter. Now it's Terral. Cyprien. Fry. Just passing it amongst themselves. The central midfield four. Yuan is through. He plays that through to Barros. Barros shoots and that's over the bar. A well-built move there. Ending in a Ricardo Barros shot. Getting skied into the fans. Walter does well to win the ball and plays that back to Bauer, who plays at the Cyprien. Now it's Fry. Fry with a pass to Terral. Through to Ricardo Barros. Ricardo Barros! Was that a save or... It was a save. Ricardo Barros doing very well after coming off the bench on the 40th minute. Walter whips the ball in, but Raphael gets there. Now it's Fry. He's going to get tackled by Gonalon, but he's still got the ball and plays it out wide to Walter, who nods that back into the box, but Zika can clear that easily. So 70 minutes gone, it looks like we're going to have another highlight, which is a bit concerning because Lyon do have the throw-in. But we're going to make a sub and it's going to be a defensive midfield substitution. Leonardo Bertone is going to come on for Wylan Cyprien. Cyprien, who came to me in pre-season asking to leave to go to Lyon because they have Champions League football, which is interesting. Raphael crosses that ball in. That looked dangerous. Cardinal just keeping it out of the goal. Yeah, Cyprien wanted to move to Lyon for Champions League football. I told him the same thing I told him last season when he wanted to move for Champions League football, that he can get it here. So he believed me, stupidly. And he's remaining. But Fekir with a shot. I think Cardinal made the save, but it wasn't very clear. The text commentary said that he made a save. It looked like it hit the post to me. But there's a corner now for Lyon, and they are piling on the pressure. Kabai with the ball whipped in. Lacazette's there. It's headed away. Gonalon is going to collect it. He launched that back towards the box, but Cunningham heads it away. It falls to Raphael. Attack is still on, but the highlight is not. And we are going to make another sub. We're going to take off one of the debutants, Fabian Fry, making way for Pierre Melu with our final substitution of the game. We are into injury time, and there seems to be quite a lot of time left, so plenty of time for Lyon to get an equaliser. Raphael with the ball, crosses it in, Buscagli heads it away, but it's Gonalon. Buscagli heads it away again. Yuan plays it to Barros. Could we launch a counter-attack? Barros, long ball forward, Terral. He's through on goal practically, just needs to run a bit further. Jean Terral shoots! And it's saved by Lopez. I think he tried to chip him. It would have been an excellent goal if it went in, but it didn't go in, so it wasn't excellent. Fekir gives that to Ducal, the goal scorer for Lyon. Launched that forward, Fazio intercepted. Walter's got it now. Now it's Yuan. Plays that back to Walter. Now Lys Melu to Terral. Walter, Ricardo Barros. He's kept the ball. Yuan back to Barros. Now it's Terral. Yuan to Walter. Walter shoots. He's offside. He missed anyway. That will run down the clock a little bit more though, and give us even more of a chance of securing this 2-1 victory. Fazio heads away. It comes to Kalulu. Kalulu plays that to Grenier, now out wide to Zika. Zika with a chance to cross it, headed away by Bertone, doing brilliantly there. Zika another chance to cross it. Fazio heads it away that time, and the ball falls to Kalulu. Walter fouls Kalulu, and one last chance possibly for Lyon with a free kick. Fekir to take it. Crosses it in, and it's headed away by Barros, falls to Philippe. Now it's Ducal to Kalulu. the clock is past the 2 minutes of added on time, and Clement Grenier is offside, and that must be the full-time whistle, and it is a 2-1 victory to start the season. A very well-fought 2-1 victory, a very even game. We just came out 1-goal winners. Elie Iwan getting the Man of the Match award, and we can be very proud with that result. Good win, boys. Well done. How did the debutants do? So Maurits Bauer, 6.9. That's alright, I guess. Federico Fazio with a 7.3, which is pretty good. Fabian Frey with a 7. And that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the only debutants. But an excellent start to the season. Let's see where that leaves us in the league table. That pushes us up to 4th, above Lyon. I'm very pleased with that. So Juris Djurdjevic's injury is going to leave him on the sidelines for between 6 and 7 weeks. He has strained his knee ligaments. We do have Barros to come in for him, and as he showed, he plays pretty well when he comes in for him, so not too much of a concern. So that goal for Ricardo Barros today is actually a goal which ends his drought. He had previously played over 10 hours of football, which is a hell of a long time, without a goal before scoring today against Lyon. Hopefully it's going to be the start of some sort of goal-scoring run. So looking ahead to the next episode, obviously we've got these very difficult fixtures to start the season with, as I mentioned previously. We are going to play AS Monaco in the next game. They are top of the league after the first round of fixtures, and we've only managed to beat them once in our previous games in this save. So it's going to be a challenge. But that is it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know how you think we're going to do this season. Are we going to get Europa League football? Are we going to have a run in the cups? We're expected to get into the semi-finals of both cup competitions. Is that possible? Let me know below. Subscribe to my channel to get all my content when it comes out, and I'll see you next time for more Nice action.